welcome to the Backrooms, where we go into the background information of our favorite topics and going obscure. My name is Gabe, and I'm your host.
And I am Cool Matt. I'm your
And the
cool co-host.
And the reason why I was so unenthusiastic with that one was because that was like the third time, not the second time actually, but whatever, that we had to do that one.
It was the second time. I'm actually not Cool Matt today. That was a gag, kids. In case you didn't know, that's what a gag is. It's when somebody does something, but they don't actually mean it.
Yeah. So, our topic for today is active worlds.
Active worlds. They're worlds, and they're also active. But what do they do? We're going to find out.
I think this ends the trilogy of weird online multiplayer games. I think.
Season 2, had Schnell Online. Season 3 was Worlds.com. And now we've rounded it all out with active worlds.
Yeah. And I, in the script for this one, intentionally tried to connect it, not like and try to force dots together, but I kind of showed how similar they are, I guess. I just mentioned Schnell Online and Worlds, just so there's like a little bit of a roundness to it, just to wrap it all up in a nice little bow. Better than the sequel trilogy of Star Wars, let me tell you what.
Ooh, Gabe just roasted Disney. Can you believe it?
Got him.
Can you believe it? I just got a Discord sound on my computer that was picked up in the podcast. No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it was picked up off my mic.
That's why I turned Discord off.
How do I turn it off?
Just X off.
I did.
Okay.
Your boy did, but what is going on?
Well, anyway, active worlds, from what I know, is
Clyde. Clyde the bot.
Active worlds is in that vein of Chanel Online and Worlds.com, but I guess unintentionally decided to leave it for last because it is the one of the three of them that has physical evidence of the rumors of it being there, Yep. I guess alive, I should say, because I'm sure the majority of people that were aware of worlds or active worlds before this were aware of it because of Vinny from Vine Sauce.
Yep.
And he was live streaming active worlds and found a quote unquote AI, but he realized real quick that it was actually another person like screwing with him. But it was very interesting, and it just breathed new life into active worlds, so I decided to talk about it for this episode and write about it because I thought it was a very interesting story.
Yep. And I just went along with it, as I normally do.
Yeah. I'll mention this one here real quick. A little controversy, that Vine Sauce controversy that happened like over a month ago that just seemed to just kind of disappear. It happened to have sparked the day I wrote this up. I finished writing this episode, so I was very irritated with that. I don't know anything else about the controversy, and I don't think anybody's really asked Vinny about it since. And it just kind of went away right days afterwards, but that's all I'll mention about it.
Yeah.
Is
you
that
can look it up yourself.
It conveniently happened the day I finished writing.
Yep. You can look it up yourself if you want to know what it actually meant.
We'll leave it to that.
You can leave it at that. That's it.
Anyway, what did you think about Active Worlds?
Well, when I was reading it, or recording the audio for it, that's when I read the scripts the first time usually. Gabe doesn't know this, but the first time I read scripts for going obscure.
I'm fully aware.
Yeah.
I'm fully aware.
Yeah, whatever. It's for the sake of the thing.
I just don't say anything about it.
It's for the sake of the thing. The kids don't know that. They're probably not kids.
Don't make the kids cry.
Okay.
Don't make the audience cry.
Our newly found viewers. Hopefully I shouldn't say that. I don't know.
We should mention this. real quick. Yeah, it's fine.
This is recorded pre Goose Boost episode.
Yeah.
But obviously
recorded.
You know what happened. So
yeah, this is recorded the night of episode 31 coming out, and so far it's doing decent. It's over 200 views in 12 hours, which I think is pretty good for our YouTube channel coming back after 2 months of hiatus. For at least the first half of the day. And we're getting some pretty good comments already. Someone said that they're glad we're back because they'd use our videos for like helping them kind of, get into a sleeping pattern, you know what I mean? Right. Not that our videos are boring, it's because my smooth, attractive voice is able to make them fall asleep.
And my beautiful, beautiful editing.
But yeah, that's
not what this podcast is about. We got a lot of heat for that last season that we didn't really get into anything, but we're trying to change that.
Yeah,
we hear you.
But we hear you. Yeah, this is gonna be the first episode post Goose Boost. Yep. We're very happy with Goose Boost coming in, but we haven't recorded the Backrooms for Goose Boost just yet. That's coming up in 4 days, and I'm very excited to talk to Goose Boost.
Wait, when?
That's all I'll say about that. 4 days from now, the 6th. That's what we've been planning for like the last month.
Okay, I don't work that day, so...
Yeah, the 6th at 10 o'clock.
I forgot that was the
plan. Which is very exciting.
Yep.
Yeah, you should go on our Discord
Gabe here
group chat more often.
Gabe here is going to be super nervous to talk to him, but...
No, I'm fine.
Not your boy.
It's because you don't watch him.
Well, I've watched him.
Yeah, you gotta go on our Discord.
I watch his videos. Man. I watch his videos.
That's where all the plans are set up.
Yes. I watch his videos, but I don't religiously watch him like you do. I'm not like, oh, he uploaded a video, I'm going to watch it. I'm like, okay, there's an interesting video. Maybe I'll watch it tomorrow. Maybe I'll watch it in a week. Maybe I'll forget to watch it altogether. Who knows? I don't watch much YouTube right now.
Okay. Anyway,
back to the topic. We hope you found us through that. That's what we're trying to say.
Which would be very cool. Yeah. Anyway, Active Worlds.
Active Worlds. So as you were asking me about...
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Got distracted.
As I'm recording my lines, I'm reading the script the first time. And I'm like, this is kind of creepy. Like when the guy started chasing him around, and then he got... freaked out. He left. I haven't watched that stream of his. I only watch his I only watch his Sunday streams.
There's like a 20-minute video that he edited back in the day, like 2016, and it was a lot creepier back then. But he edited and like made it in a way that was genuinely pretty creepy.
Oh, okay. Well,
so
he doesn't
I think
edit.
That's what made or whoever edited it made it much creepier than it probably actually was.
Yeah. It was actually just a viewer from the stream that had an account on the game and was like, all right, let me join.
Might as well mess around a little.
Mess with Vine Boy.
The Vine Man.
The Vine Man himself.
Yeah.
Who somehow has less subs than Joel.
Yeah, but to be honest though, I haven't really watched Vine Sauce in a while. I've actually been watching more Vine Sauce Joel between the two.
Yeah, I
always found Joel a bit more entertaining.
I haven't watched either in a while. I used to, I kind of got out of Vinny and Vine Sauce as a whole, but I occasionally go back and watch their old stuff.
Yeah, I have too, but
he dropped
kind of.
He stopped doing some of my favorite segments on his streams, so like the shovelware showcase or the Android one.
The only thing I really follow right now is Joel's Grand Theft Auto 5 streams that he's uploading on YouTube on occasion. Or 4, Grand Theft Auto 4. Did I say 5?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant 4. Anyway, so what did you think of the episode? Or the script, I should say.
We're asking the audience at this point, what did you guys think of it? Answer right now, and we'll hear you. Really?
I meant you.
That's awesome. What was your favorite part of the video?
Wow.
Mine too. Wow. You know, when I was editing that part, it actually took a lot longer than the rest of the video.
Hmm.
And I almost spit. when I was reading that line. Like,
yeah.
I was trying to say purpose, but I went like that, you know? As you do.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So, should we go to our subtopic?
Yes, the subtopic. As you know, Season 4 of the Backrooms is a little bit different. We now talk about a separate topic that's related, in a way, to the main topic. Just to get people, a little more interested instead of just, listening to us talk about the same thing that you just watched on Going Obscure. This was mainly my idea, but I think it's an okay idea.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. But we're going to talk about...
It is a good idea.
Huh?
It is a good idea.
Yes. We're going to talk about either creepy video game moments that we've experienced, or just games that feel super empty to us. And those games that have those weird vibes to them, those creepy, empty feelings, So, who wants to go first?
You go ahead.
Audience, you guys decide.
Second.
Okay. Now, the main game that comes to my mind when I think of empty games is Garry's Mod. Garry's Mod and most Valve games that came out in the 2000s just have that weird feel to them. They're empty, the maps are empty, the colors are all washed out, There's the only ambience is wind and stuff. And I remember when I first got the game when I was in 7th grade. And I had a YouTube channel. And Gabe's a witness to it.
It's Perp.
Huh?
It's Perp.
It's Perp. It's pink and black lines.
Pink and black lines?
Well, I like pink and black lines. Because I didn't know what to say. It was checkerboard.
Flintstones.
It's Perp. Anyway, when I first started playing the game, I always thought it was so creepy. And I didn't know why. But when I think about it now, it's because every map is so empty. And so, the colors are washed out. And it's post-apocalyptic kind of thing. And I always expected to see, another character in the world. That would be scary.
Mm-hmm.
If all of a sudden you ran into another, NPC and you didn't even intend to.
Yeah.
That'd be spook. That would make me shiver in my boots.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, for myself, I was just trying to brainstorm a few ideas. I was thinking of some older, 3D games, like Nintendo 64, stuff like that. PlayStation 1 and 2 era. There's a lot of games that, I guess, because of the limitations at the time, just feel a lot more empty. One I can think of at the moment. It doesn't keep that vibe to it the entire time, so you're not always freaked out as the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, where they're not creepy at all, but the worlds can be very empty. You'll have for example, in the 4th game there's Chicago.
Yeah.
And there's no one, and it's kind of creepy when you think about it. It's just an empty major city.
Yeah.
And the other one I was thinking of are games like Mario 64, where there's no other characters specific. There are some characters, but for the most part it's just you and playing as Mario.
And as you know, we've never talked about Mario 64 on Going Obscure or the Backrooms.
We've never mentioned it before.
This is the first time. We should do a video on it.
Yeah, we could.
When you were mentioning...
Yeah.
When you were mentioning the Tony Hawk thing, it reminded me of Smuggler's Run.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mentioned I made a video. One. I made a video about Smuggler's Run on my main channel.
And it's a really good game, or it's a really good video, so you should make more videos like that if you ever want to.
I have a bunch of scripts on my computer that I finally finished writing. That's not what this is about. And I also talked about the game in our main show on this channel, Thornwood Podcast. In our latest podcast from November, I talked about Smuggler's Run. And that was the one where we both talked about our gaming histories.
Yep.
You can check that out too if you want. We're going to sell out in the middle of this podcast. As most big YouTubers tend to do, we're going to take 5 minutes out of your video and start advertising. Anyway, that game is empty. Like, in multiplayer, 2-player, for some reason, when Rockstar made this game, they decided if you play split screen, there's going to be no other cars or people on the road. It's just you and the other guy on the whole map. Yeah. And if you play single player, even in single player, it's kind of creepy. Because there's only like a few people in this town. Actually, there's nobody in the town, that's right. And there's no cars in the parking lots in the town. It's super weird. It's just, I don't know. Something about those games. Like, I never really cared about that one, though, when I was little. Because I was just playing a game. I was like, ooh, boy, car game. I get to drive a car? Whoop-de-doo. Here I go.
And?
I was making car motions.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, Gabe can't see me. But I can see you if I look this way. If I look to my right and you look to your left, we'd be looking technically at each other.
Yeah. But I was, what are some other games that feel very empty and creepy?
Other creepy games? Now, I forgot about this game until I was watching a Linus Tech Tip video. I watch Linus, in case you didn't know. But he did a video where he bought this like Disney MacBook thing from like the 90s, and he was trying to play games on it. But he played one of the pre-installed games, and it was like Goofy skateboarding. And it brought back so many memories, because I used to play that game when I was little, and I'd completely forgot that it even existed until he made that video. And that game too was empty. But the only thing I remember was that you could ride the skateboard underwater. That's all I remember. And that it was empty.
Okay.
Like there was like a boardwalk and you go on the beach, but then you could go underwater and you could skateboard underwater. And nothing would happen.
I was just thinking about a game. What was I thinking about?
GTA San Andreas?
No,
that's not empty.
That one.
That's not empty.
No, it's pretty good for what it
Any
is.
Any GTA games aren't empty.
What was it? A kind of empty, or not entirely empty, speaking of Rockstar stuff, is Bully. Where there's certain areas that are pretty creepy, like the attic in like one of the dorm rooms or whatever is very creepy and just ambient. And there's like just weird spots in that game that are just so creepy.
Yeah, I recently got that game for PS2. And the fog. Like if you're on the courtyard, how it's like a gray mist.
Yeah.
And you just walk through and the gray mist like opens up the further you go, and then there's the buildings.
Yeah.
Like it always looks like it's raining. Like it's never sunny.
Yeah. But that wasn't the game I was thinking. Oh yeah, I remember now. Like a year ago. Do you remember that small horror game? I forgot the name of it, but it's like something like
Five Nights at Freddy's?
No, it was like Server Offline or something like that, where it was supposed to replicate like a maybe like mid 2000s online server that's haunted. Do you remember that game?
No.
Oh,
I do not.
Well, it was semi-popular like back when it came out, but it was just like the game is just, your character walking around and then getting haunted and spooked by some monster or ghost. I mean, but it kind of shows that there's a lot of people like us, and like I'm sure many of our viewers that have their own personal experiences of getting creeped out by other video games.
Yeah. And going directly off of what happened to Vinny, being chased down by somebody, that's never really happened to me that I can think of. we're going to end the podcast, and I'm going to immediately be like, oh, wait, there was one.
Yeah, I can't think of anything specific of getting chased.
Yeah, getting creeped out.
Yeah, by somebody. That's like a one in a lifetime opportunity thing, and that's not going to happen.
I guess
in games. Oh, another one, Minecraft. Actually,
I was just about to mention that.
Very low. Yeah, Minecraft is very lonely and creepy.
I was just about to mention that. I was gonna say all you Redditors out there are gonna love us now, but anyway, Minecraft. There was this server that I used to go on. It was it was called like Castle Defense, and it was like a local run server, like a small thing. And it was really fun because all you did was like team deathmatch kind of thing, capture the flag.
Yeah.
And they had a bunch of maps too. Like there was Helm's Deep from Lord of the Rings, and there was like medieval castle, and then there was like a castle from like an Egypt castle for some reason, even though Egypt didn't have castles, but there was one. But that server died, but it was still up. And I went on it a couple of years ago after going like years from not being on it. And I got on there, and there was one person on it.
It's creepy.
And so I was just like, hello. And then the guy was like, hello. And then I said, this server must be dead. There's no one on it. And he just said yes. And then I was like, okay, this guy doesn't really want to talk, I guess. And I was like asking him questions. Like, do you go on the server often? And he was just like, yes. Or like sometimes. Or no.
Yeah.
Like he was like one word answer, so then I just left, and it was kind of weird. Like this guy must not have, like, what was one person doing on a dead server alone?
Who knows?
And then one guy joins, and then he's really weird and distant.
Yeah. I don't think I have any specific stories like that, but like old internet horror stories like Hero Brian and all that kind of go with that idea of the scariness of the idea of like being on a very lonely world and then suddenly being haunted by something that's not supposed to be there. And I think that's kind of the spirit of active worlds. No, it's not the spirit of it.
Get it?
But it's the but it's the appeal, I guess, of it. And that's what most people discovered it as, is like a weird little pocket of the internet that live on stream had that creepypasta idea come to life, I guess, and that's really cool.
Yes, indeed.
And that's all I have to say, and I think that's a perfect way to end this off.
Yeah, all I can think of is that if I were in Vinny's shoes in that case, I would have logged off long before they gave chase.
But what about the viewership?
Huh?
What about the viewership?
But it was a stream.
I know, but think of all the people that were watching.
Oh yeah, they would have been like, "Why'd you get off?"
Yeah.
You should have kept going. We wanted to see what would happen. Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, and as the cool guys say, Cool Matt is back. He has donned the sunglasses once again and is ready to do the outro for the Backrooms.
Go ahead.
All right. Join us next time when we go back into the back of the background information on the back of Vinny's back, in the back of the warehouse in Gmod, while we play goofy skateboarding in the back rooms, in the back of the backyard football, in the backyard background, back information of the back rooms, in the backyardigans. When we go back to the left, we go back to the right, we go back up, we go back down, we go back diagonally, we go back vertically, we go back horizontally, we go back any which way you could think of when we go back into the Backrooms on the Backrooms.
Yeah.